Amid the tension over North Korea's planned launch of a rocket carrying a communications satellite, which is widely believed to be, in fact, a long-range missile, Japan's self-defense forces are preparing to intercept any part of a rocket that may fall on Japanese territory. Meantime, government officials of Japan, the United States, and South Korea have confirmed that the three countries will refer any North Korean missile launch to the UN Security Council. Our reporter says Aegis air defense system-equipped ships have left Sasebo Port in Nagasaki Prefecture for the Sea of Japan. They are the Maritime Self-Defense Force Aegis destroyers, the Chokai and Kongo, based in Sasebo. These two of Japan's 6 Aegis-equipped ships have a missile defense system allowing them to trace a ballistic missile with radar and shoot it down. The two destroyers left Sasebo Port this morning for the Sea of Japan. The Kirishima Aegis destroyer, anchored off Yokosuka Base, Kanagawa Prefecture, also departed, heading to the Pacific Ocean. North Korea announced earlier this month its plan to launch what it claims to be a communications satellite sometime between April 4th and 8th. This is widely believed to be a long-range ballistic missile launch. This satellite image of the site for North Korea's launch was taken around 11 a.m. yesterday. The U.S. Institute for Science and International Security, a U.S. think tank, points out that the area encircled in red, just beside the launch pad, appears to be the tip of a missile. SDF troops are preparing to shoot down any part of a North Korean rocket falling on Japanese territory in the event of a failed launch. An air self-defense force unit based in Yokosuka, which operates Patriot Advanced Capability 3 ground-based missile interceptors, left for a range in Funabashi, Chiba Prefecture. The government says it is ready to do all it can while calling on people to stay calm, saying that the possibility of a missile falling on Japanese territory is very low.
Now let's see how the self-defense force units are to be deployed. 2 Aegis-equipped vessels from Sasebo Base have been dispatched to the Sea of Japan. They will be prepared to take action if the rocket or any part falls into the sea. The other Aegis-equipped vessel, which has left Yokosuka Base, will be deployed in the Pacific Ocean. It will use its sophisticated radar to track the trajectory of the rocket. By analyzing the data collected by the 3 vessels, Japan will determine whether North Korea launches a satellite or a ballistic missile. Last night, the self-defense force also started to deploy its ground-based PAC-3 missile interceptors. The units in charge of the interceptors have taken up positions in 5 locations in the Kanto and Tohoku regions, including the Ichigaya base in central Tokyo. In Kanto, the units were deployed in Tokyo, Chiba, and Saitama prefectures. In Tohoku, they are deployed in Akita and Iwate prefectures, which fall under the expected trajectory of the rocket. The self-defense forces are to be on close watch. In the Pacific Ocean, the Sea of Japan, and on the main island of Japan during the period North Korea announced that the launch will take place.
Prime Minister Taro Aso has criticized North Korea's proposed missile launch. He stressed that the international community must be united in responding vigorously if the North goes ahead with the launch. Prime Minister also says many countries are members of the United Nations Security Council. He says Japan, the United States, South Korea, and some others are firmly against the North Korean move. Also says some countries are taking a lenient stance and recognize the North's plan as legitimate. He says it would not be enough to stop North Korea if only Japan says no. Also says it is necessary for every country to say no. The leader of the coalition partner, the new Komeito party, Akihiro Ota, said if the North does fire a missile, Japan should look into implementing additional sanctions. Ota says it is a serious situation which poses a threat to the safety of Japan and all of Asia. He says if the North goes ahead with a launch, Japan needs to take firm steps, including additional economic sanctions.
Japan's top delegate to the six-party nuclear talks, Akitaka Saiki, and his South Korean counterpart, Wi Sung-lak, were in Washington on Friday. They met U.S. officials, including Special Representative on North Korea, Stephen Bosworth, and Special Envoy for the six-party talks, Sung Kim, to discuss possible responses to North Korea's missile launch under the pretext of it being a satellite. Saiki says any launch by North Korea would constitute a violation of a UN Security Council resolution, no matter what rationale the country may use. He says the three countries will refer any act of provocation to the UN Security Council immediately. Commenting on the action to be taken at the UN Security Council, Saiki said that the three countries are in close cooperation and have a basic agreement over the matter.
How is the Obama administration trying to address this issue? Obama administration makes the dialogue the pillar of its foreign policies, and that applies to North Korea too, which is one of the most unpredictable countries in the world. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has been saying on one hand that if North Korea launches missile, that will be taken up at the United Nations Security Council, but at the same time has been sending a message of keeping the window of dialogue open. However, North Korea has been saying that it would withdraw the Six Nations talk if it is ever condemned by the Security Council. North Korea has been taking provocative stance against the Obama administration's carrot-and-stick policies. As if in response to this, Secretary Clinton's comments have also been shifting to a tougher stance.
This action in violation of the United Nations mandate will not go unnoticed, and there will be consequences.
The United States tends to put more emphasis on Afghanistan or Mideast peace process in diplomatic issues, but even Washington cannot overlook North Korea's actions.
The launch puts the Obama administration in a difficult position of sorts, in that its opening position with countries that the U.S. has had trouble with is to say, let's clear the decks. Let's see if we can find a new basis.
President Obama himself has said that he has high interest in North Korean issues, but so far has not made any specific comments. This is the first diplomatic and security test for the Obama administration. It seems that they have not determined which direction to go yet.
Meanwhile, the newspaper of North Korea's ruling Workers' Party, the Rodong Sinmun, reported remarks made by the country's leader, Kim Jong-il, in today's edition. Kim is quoted as saying that whenever he proposes going around the country to make an inspection tour, his aides worry about his health. However, Kim says he is more at ease at taking the tougher path for the sake of his nation and its people. This is the first time North Korea has referred to Kim's own remarks about his health after he apparently suffered a stroke last year. Observers say the remarks are meant to counter various rumors by stressing that Kim has no trouble leading the country.